first, we just saw Stephen Miles and David Crisafulli go head-to-head in their last fiery debate as they try to win over undecided voters. This was a crucial test, with Queenslanders heading to the polls in just 4 days. Neither leader could afford a slip-up. Now, the polls have for some time predicted a landslide win for the LNP, but Labor just this week is closing the gap. As I said, we've got a lot coming up on the show tonight. I'm going to tell you about a secret visit Peter Dutton made today in Sydney. But first, let's bring in former Queensland Premier Campbell Newman and former Queensland Labor State Secretary Cameron Milner. Now, as I just said, polls have shown a tightening, especially in the southeast. So this debate really was important. Campbell, who did you give it to and why?
Look, I thought it was even Stevens tonight. But as I said for the first debate, I think Miles has a more comfortable, albeit, and this is a funny thing to say, awkward persona, but it is the sort of the daggy dad stuff. David is far more intense, and it's a bit like the famous 1960 debate in the US presidential elections between Nixon and Kennedy. If you just had the audio, I think David, is quite compelling. But when you see it on the screen, I think Miles looks, more approachable, and I think Australians like approachable leaders. So I think the other thing that happened tonight is I think David Crisafulli skated very close to the edge on the abortion issue earlier in the debate. And then finally, he gave later on, in answer to Miles' direct question, he went, yes, he does support a woman's right to choose. Now, if he'd said that, say, a week ago or 2 weeks ago, perhaps they wouldn't have been hurt so much.